Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a great one for you today because the PPP loan is back and it's better than ever. You can get it if you're a sole proprietor, big company. Before we get into it, please don't forget to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button, the bell notifications to get notified on everything that we're doing. For those of you that are new here, I am a medical marketer. I help startups raise money. I help people market their companies for little or no money. And I can help you get grant money and different things like that. Let's get into it. The PPP program is back, and it's basically better than ever. Congress has approved $284 billion of additional funds to be lent out on the PPP program. This can be 100% forgivable, so you can borrow the money. If you follow the rules, you can have the loan be completely 100% forgivable. If it is not forgivable, it is a 24-month loan at 1%, not a bad term. And if someone needs money, it could be very helpful because you'd never borrow money on the planet Earth for that cheap. So first things first, the new PPP program starts on January 11th, 2021 is when applications can be accepted. First thing with that is I would look at the smaller lenders. I would look at the fintech companies, the online companies, and I would reach out to them before I would go to the larger banks. There are major changes with this program where they're going to lend monies first to women-owned companies, minority-owned companies, and companies in depressed areas. So it was not fair the first time. People were taken advantage of, and the big companies were lent money, the Lakers, Ruth's Chris, public companies, all these idiots that were not supposed to get it, got the money over your company and my company. Now, there are a tremendous amount of rules that have changed this time around, and I'm not going to bore you with the hundreds of rules. We're just going to focus on the big ones that pertain to most of us. And that is that the largest company size can have 300 employees. That's it. It went from 500 down to 300. Also, the maximum loan amount is now $2 million, where it was 10 before. So you won't see those massive loans and you won't see these large players get these. If you are a sole proprietor, you can get this loan. And this is based on your net profit as a sole proprietor. And I've got a calculation chart that I found that it's fabulous, that absolutely can help you determine what your loan amount could be as an individual. And it's going to be included in the link below. So pretty much anybody can get this loan. Loans that are for $150,000 and less, which is the majority of the loans that are going to be written, are going to have a faster application process, faster funding process, and also a faster process to have the loans forgivable. Now, I should have said this first. You need to talk to your CPA or your tax preparer to see how this is going to benefit you. Don't listen to just the people on the internet. The program's fantastic, but make sure that you're going to comply with these rules and the things I'm going to mention here, because if you don't and you owe this money, it's not going to do you any good if you borrow the money, spend it, and then have to pay it back. So let's get into it. Now, the first day to apply for the loan is January 11th, 2021. The last day to apply for it is March 31st, 2021. So you've got, 2.5 months to apply for these loans. Again, I would look at the smaller companies first, and I would speak to someone before I applied, and I say this question: when we fund this loan? That's simple. You can get a second PPP loan if you have used the first PPP loans. There's guidances. Do you have to have forgiveness already done? No, but from talking to the accountants, you should have had it done already. So you're foolish if you think that you're just gonna, I'll get it forgiven later and then I'll do this. I would get it forgiven first. That's me. Now, with this second round of funding, if you've already had a PPP loan, you have to certify prior to getting the loan that you use the funds for the authorized purposes prior to getting that money funded to you. If you've not gotten a PPP loan already, it makes no difference. You have to also state that you've had a quarter that was down 25% in 2020 over 2019. You can pick any quarter you want based on that, and it's good for the calendar year. So pretty much everybody had downtimes. I mean, I only know, of all the businesses I've dealt with, I know of one company that says, hey, we're doing better than we did the year before. So you've got to pick the quarter. If you've done this, you can qualify for this. And if you're self-employed, it's going to be really easy because either you are working this, you can use this as a gig worker, you can use this if you're 1099, it makes no difference. Now the payroll cost to determine loan amount will be determined by either using the entire calendar year or 2019, but it doesn't have to use that rolling 12-month period that they used the first time around. And the next thing, this is kind of where there's going to be shenanigans, is that loans under $150,000 do not have to meet the payroll means. It is what you tell them, okay? Now, to get the loan forgiven, you have to then show proof at the time of forgiveness for the payroll and the use and the revenue loss at time of forgiveness. So once again, loans under 150 grand, you can tell them what your payroll was, and it'll be at time of forgiveness is when you have to show the revenue loss at that time. So a lot of people are going to get loans very quickly under this program. The maximum salary that's allowed through this program is $100,000. That's for you, that's for employees, whatever. The cool thing about this is, as a gig worker, let's say you make $24,000 a year, you make $2,000 a month, basically with your income, you can get 2.5 times that amount, or $5,000 in a loan. It's very cool. Now the PPP and EIDL loans are completely different loans, and they're designed to be used for different things in your business. You can have both loans, but the advantage to a PPP loan is that there were over 5,400 different lenders last time that participated in the program, and they anticipate that they're going to have the same amount this time. The cool thing with that is there are people that applied for EIDL loans that still do not have answers right now. The PPP loans were funded very quickly and very fast, and they will do the same thing this time on the second go around. The other thing is you are allowed to set your own period to have forgiveness. Last time they had an 8-week period. Now it's between 8 and 24 weeks. And the cool thing is, if you have a company that has seasonal workers, this is great for you because, I live in a resort area basically. And here in Southern California, we have pockets of time, whether it's a holiday, summer, whatever, where things are busier. And if you have a business that's affected by that, they're going to benefit from this because they're not going to have to use one of their downtimes. 501(c)(3)s are eligible, and marketing companies, I don't know why they're lumped together, but they're eligible now for PPP loans. And you can also cover additional expenses. You can cover cloud computing this time, software purchases, operational costs, which is operating expenses. You can cover property damage. You can cover worker protection programs and different things, PPE, things like that. But again, talk to your accountant and find out, how you can use the money and make sure you use it appropriately. Now, one thing I included in the description below the video was the SBA's guidance for the new PPP second round. Now, the cool thing with this is it's 42 pages, got all the details in it. It's worth reading because it's got, exactly what they're doing and, what the changes are. And if you want to spell it out. And if your accountant's not up to speed with this, send this to him. Because the one mistake I made earlier is I said it was a 2-year term. It's actually a 5-year term. It's worth reading. Now, I want to close it out with this, and that is look for the smaller lenders. PayPal, OnDeck, Cabbage with a K, Fundera, Bluevine, Credibly, companies like that are lending money directly faster. Those people did a tremendous job last time. I'm sure that they're going to come back this time. As this thing opens up, you're going to start getting, advertisements. The company that you went through before, if you had problems, look at an alternative, but consult your accountant or CPA prior to applying and getting a PPP loan, okay? Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. Share this with all your friends and colleagues. I will see you guys very soon. We have a ton of cool stuff coming out, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.